I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I love our new theme song. I feel like I need to be in a caftan with a mimosa. I'm just
Yes.
cool.
I also felt like we needed like that cane kind of motion to be, just dance with props, perhaps top hats, maybe next time. We'll coordinate.
Exactly. Well, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing well. Doing well. No complaints. Happy Friday.
I know. Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome. Welcome. What's new and exciting in Joel world?
Just busy, very busy right now. So just closed an escrow Monday, or Tuesday rather, opened another one the same day. People are coming to the desert. It's amazing. Once I show them what they can get for like around 300,000 to 400,000, people are like, "Well, seriously?"
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's kind of cool. It's exciting.
Totally different than what's out here.
Very different, very different. But
you also have stuff out here,
I do. I have a fantastic condo listed in El Segundo, a great 2-bedroom, 2-bath, has a lovely view. It is in a great location, right, not too far from Main Street. So anybody who's interested, hit me up. And it's only asking $725, so even better.
Talk to Joel. To Joel. He'll hook you up.
And how are you? What's going on?
Good. Also busy. I think I maybe told you this, so sorry, but Natalie actually got into the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program. So that's been very exciting. Basically, it's this very intensive program where they help you develop a growth plan strategy for your business. And they give you, speakers and workshops and like all of these steps to follow. So definitely very excited about that.
That's really cool. And SheTV, you guys have so much stuff going on. It's not even funny. I mean, seriously.
We like to
the upcoming installation gala, which we will talk to with our guest.
Yes. Do the honors, Joel.
I am very excited because I think this person is hysterical. I had a chance to meet her, which I'm going to talk about when she comes live. Now she's going to all of a sudden go, "Oh crap, I know what they were talking about."
Oh no.
Her name is Caitlin Bryant from the Makeup Company. She is just awesome. So Caitlin, join us. Come on out.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I think I know exactly what you're going to talk about, and I should have had props ready.
Yes, let's just dive into that right away.
So it was around 2019. It was a different time in life. We could all be around people and just laugh and enjoy life without thinking of pandemic. And we met Caitlin at this was actually your intro to the chamber, correct? You did with us.
Yeah. The very first event that I, as a chamber member. Yeah.
And it was a bake-off, our first and unfortunately only holiday bake-off. And Caitlin was the winner. And I'm very upset with her right now because I don't see her award.
Do you want me to go get it?
Is it nearby? I think you should. I'm surprised it's not like a necklace or like a hat or a brooch or something like that.
Yes.
It's a little big.
It's an accessory. It's fine.
Give me 2 seconds.
Is it nearby?
Okay.
It's right in the next room.
Okay, run.
Okay, here we go. No pressure. We're
Oh my gosh, she's actually running. I love this. I love
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
I love that we're live. I love that we get to do this. This is awesome.
Hey, did you hear us? 4, 3, 2, 1. Nailed it.
It's a little bit big of a necklace. I mean, like.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I almost fell. I almost ate shit. Excuse me, am I allowed to curse?
I didn't hear anything.
I almost ate it.
Yes, it was a Zoom blip.
I was second place, Joel.
No, who was second? Wendy was second.
I was second.
No, you won. You were first place. You were first place. I could have sworn you were first.
What did you bake for the bake-off to get second place?
That doesn't sound very nice. What did I bake to get second place? No. It was an apple cinnamon coffee cake.
Ooh.
They were little muffins, and they were
little muffins. Yeah.
That's delicious.
Yeah, she was very smart because everybody came in with a ton of sugar. And I can tell she's a calculating person because she was probably going, fruit. We need some fruit to cut through this. And she And she stayed with the chamber afterwards. So that's kind of scary, but impressive at the same time. That was her initiation into the cult.
Yeah. Really fun. That was a lot of fun. I almost took out the first place winner with my rolling pin.
Wendy was
almost took out her knees.
Right
there. She could still move around in a wheelchair, but good switch.
There's a little mobility there. You're fine. You're fine.
It sounds like the most intense bake-off. I wish I was there.
At a senior center.
It was a blast. Like because we had about 10 or 12 contestants. So everybody was hot. I mean, you just had great energy in the room. We had a really good turnout. It was done in conjunction with the chamber and the young professionals group. So you had a great group, and then everybody was hopped up on sugar.
Yeah,
and it was just fun. Like, I mean,
remember when everyone was singing Christmas songs?
Yes,
it was so cute.
It was a great time. It was so fun. So
lovely.
anyway, so I had to bring that up because I'm like, how can she?
Should have had it ready. Should have had it ready.
Everywhere she goes. Like, I don't understand.
I love that you knew exactly where it was, though, because that says a lot,
Totally. In the kitchen, above the stove, like, oh,
really?
Yeah. No.
You have a single light shining on it.
Like a museum. Yeah.
So welcome again. I'm so excited you're here. Like, every time I've had a chance to meet Caitlin or chat with her, she's just like this infectious personality. And I love it. See, look at that. She just makes.
I know the laugh is the best. That's the best laugh.
Like, let's have fun.
And I believe Wendy, the winner, is calling for another bake-off.
Oh, there's a challenge happening.
She would.
Oh, snap. Oh, getting real up in here.
A bake-off. A bake-off.
And I know we want to do one as a matter, just not until we can.
Yeah.
Because, we won't get into that.
Yeah.
So anyway, Caitlin, talk to us. So you're with the Make Good Company. Tell us everything.
Well, I was born in, no.
Thank you. I was sitting there going, thank you. Please do that. Yeah.
I want the whole timeline, play by play.
So Make Good Company I've had for about 3 years now. I was in the restaurant industry for about 18 years and started working with Westfield, like the malls. So they are the landlord to concessions at LAX. And so I was the general manager for them for about 4 years, overseeing the concessions program. I bit the airport bug, drank the Kool-Aid really quick, like downed it, love it, put it in my veins, love it. And so left Westfield about 3 years ago, started Make Good Company, and it's kind of like a multifaceted, I just say it's like a solutions forward consulting company. So we have clients that are concessionaires. We have clients that are I have one right now that's an IT security company. So I'm helping them like go through the logistics of LAX and understand who to talk to and, all that. Cause I fed a lot of people when I was with Westfield. So made a lot of those connections. So it's a blast. I mean, we have kind of the latest gig that we just got was a boba concept called June Bee. They have it in Westwood at UCLA, and they're franchising. And so they asked Make Good Company. I have an employee, Kevin, who is an incredible designer, and they asked Make Good Company to oversee all the design for all the future franchisee stores.
Wow. Yeah. Congratulations! That's huge.
Thank you.
That's huge. That is huge.
So really exciting. It's something so different that I look at it from an operational point of view, make sure the queuing is right, intuitively where the register is, where to pick up. You're not, bumping into each other like a pinball machine. And then Kevin designs it and makes it look beautiful. And then I don't know if you're familiar with Alfred Coffee, pretty trendy, but first coffee is like their slogan. They have one on Melrose Place. They have one on like Fairfax, like trendy areas I typically don't go to, but Kevin and I designed a space for them for a new RFP in Terminal 3 and got awarded. So there's going to be a new Alfred Coffee in Terminal 3 at LAX.
Oh my gosh. Another huge accomplishment. Is there like a ribbon cutting ceremony that we should know about? Like, how is this reveal happening?
I wish. It's in the terminal. So the ribbon cutting will be with Delta and their terminal, but we'll be there with coffee.
I love it. That is so
Not passing
awesome.
it out, just drinking it. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Completely hyped up.
So how did you come up with the name Make Good Company? Because I love the name. It reminds,
Love it.
but every time I hear it, I keep thinking it's going to be kind of like Jessica Alba's company, Honest Company. Like, you know what I mean? It's got this kind of like aspirational quality to it.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with that?
So I think I'm pretty bubbly. Just a little, I have a little bit of energy. But when it comes to work.
Don't work for a coffee company, please.
Yeah. Right?
The coffee combination. Those meetings are going to be just up here. I love it.
The funny thing is I only drink tea now. I don't drink coffee.
But there's a lot of caffeine in tea.
Yeah, but yeah.
Not as much as coffee. I'm on the black tea train as well. So
depends on how many cups you have, but also when it comes to work, especially being in restaurants, I love efficiency. Like when something's efficient, like when you get good service. So like when you go to a Houston's restaurant, you're like, I know the service is going to be on point. I know that efficiency. I'm like, give me more. I love it. So when it comes to naming a company, I mean, I'm not going to name it the Caitlin Company. And I just didn't feel like that. But I looked up definitions of efficiency. And so one of them said to make good. And I'm like, I'm not going to promise I'm going to make it perfect, but I'm sure is that going to make it good. And it had a very warm feeling about it. And it very much was projecting kind of who I am and how I approach things of let's make it good. Let's make it efficient. Let's make it that you feel like you got taken care of kind of thing.
That's a great name. I think it just also inspires that you have this underlying theme, like you're saying, and it is very positive. And I love when companies work towards, positive experiences. So that's really awesome.
As screwed up as it is, let's try to make it good.
Yes, exactly.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Do you have specific, I know obviously you've worked in hospitality and different things like that. Do you have a specific thing that you just freaking love to design or love to make good?
This is going to sound so crazy. Again, it's because of airports. Good queuing.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry to say this, but people will follow they're called stanchions, right? With the belts and everything.
Yeah.
They will follow stanchions and not know where it ends. They will just follow it. And many times, unfortunately, I say, queuing is like herding cattle. How do you make it as seamless and beautiful that it's not confusing, but you use every inch of it?
Right.
So I geek out on queuing.
I love that. Are you the person outside the movie theater or, the concert that everything is crazy and you're like, okay, we need 2 lines left here, right here. This is how it's going to go.
If I'm with my husband, no. But if I'm not, full reign. I am coordinating people around. I mean, yeah, full on. Yep.
Can you work on making it so it's identifiable what you're standing in line for? The worst is when you go somewhere and you're like, what line is this?
What is
am I in the right one? And there's 2, and that just and you don't want to ask people because, or you do ask somebody I don't know, I just got in this line too. And you're like, well, we all look.
See, herding cattle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Proper queuing, especially in an airport where there's thousands of people, they already have anxiety. So as long as they feel like they have a sense of place of I'm good. I know at the end of the line is where I want to go. Otherwise, they're just give me another cocktail. Yeah.
I think especially too, I'm curious just during the pandemic and obviously how, food and how we get everything, how we stand in line has changed so much. Can you talk a little bit about things that you've seen or anything that you're this is actually going to stick around for a long time because it works so great?
Yeah, I think that concessions in general and airports are looking at inefficiencies of just productivity. How can, especially when you have a place like this coffee shop in Terminal 3, the way that the phasing is going to work in that specific terminal. I mean, Delta cranks passengers out. There's 2 coffee spaces, and this is the first of the 2. And so it'll be the lone soldier for about a year. It's the only place to get coffee. And so I'm already going to have conversations with Delta about their flight attendants and their pilots having a separate queue for them. That's just theirs, because usually they like to ask for that all the time. But how do we make it, or also it's just a line that's just for drip coffee. You have the frou-frou people that like the vanilla syrup or the whatever, but you also have people that just want to drip coffee. You just pour it in a cup and yeah, exactly. And you do your cream and sugar somewhere else. You know what I mean? But having that kind of, processing, I think is important. I know that there's things like the airport, Alawa has implemented the Grab app. So you can order from your phone and have it delivered to your seat at the gate. I think that there's a lot of kind of innovative approaches to things to make it more accessible and quicker without standing in line. Yeah.
So how is the branch out? Because it sounds like your company is kind of this all-encompassing orb, for lack of a better way to put it. But you've gone from a systems things to now you've mentioned you're actually kind of doing branding work. I mean, that's a large realm to cover.
So my background's operational procedures, like getting through logistics. Then I just recently hired less than 3 months ago, my employee, Kevin, and he comes just with a breadth of knowledge. He is a designer. He's put together what are called design criteria. So he used to work for a big developer and putting together design criteria, which helps just a lot of the tenants understand exactly how they need to build this space, what infrastructure is there and all those things. So he brings that. And so we're kind of like this 1-2 combo that this new boba company can hit us up and say, put the design criteria of our brand together. We know what we'd like, but nothing's formalized, right? Mm-hmm. And then Caitlin, you can look at it from an operational point of view, guest perspective, all of that. So it's kind of like this beautiful enchilada.
And it's completely two separate ways of thinking. I mean, everybody thinks that ever since, clip art and Word came out with little Clippy, that everybody could design or create or organize things. And it's like, that's not how this works. So that's really smart of you to kind of bring that into the company. I mean, that just makes you a stronger force to reckon with.
Yeah.
The rolling pin. I'm ready.
Like seriously decaf tea. Like, I mean, a nice little sedative little.
And this isn't even the first cup. This it's still halfway.
Little chamomile in there.
Love it. Nothing. No, just you got to commit to it.
Green tea.
Green tea.
So now we have to talk because you are installed on the board of the LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so
and you
exciting.
also are on
the strategic planning committee. Yeah.
You drank this Kool-Aid hard.
You did.
Give it to me. Give it to me. I mean, honestly, my very, very first introduction, I had gone to a State of LAX event and I was sitting at a table with Kelly from LAX Coastal. She's just infectious. I want to know her more, you know what I mean? And getting to know everybody. Originally, selfishly, I was there about LAX, not about LAX Coastal. And so she was like, are you a chamber member? I was like, what? What are you talking about? Right? Like, you want to sign up? Sure. Why not? Just take my money. Let's see what comes of this. And then it was the bake off. And then I'm like, done. Yeah.
Sold. Jump
in the deep end. Could care less if I float or sink in. Yeah.
I think but that honestly, and Christina and our fearless leader, we've talked about this a lot, and I've spoken about this with I think everybody in the chamber, which is it's great to approach it from a business side, but at the end of the day, it really becomes kind of like your network of extended friends and family. And I think you look at it as a way of okay, if I get business from this, that's great, and more than likely people are going to, but it's really about getting involved with the community and the other businesses within. And just becoming a part of it because we all work together and the programs that they offer are just off the charts. So, I mean, I think that's really cool that you've jumped in full force.
Yeah.
And so what's the strategy here? Is it to run the show? Is that really what this is about?
No. What's the end goal,
With specifically for LAX Coastal, I mean, I typically don't say no to things. I like to just sign up because I feel like I could be missing out on something. Let me just try it out. I think that the team that they have is so incredible. And it's funny because LAX Coastal Chamber inspired me to join other chambers, unfortunately, just to be disappointed because they're just so amazing. And I'm like, wow, what did I get my money for?
Caitlin does not hold back on the trash talk people.
No, didn't name names.
That's true, but there's some mic drops happening here. I mean, they're subtle, but there's a couple mic drops. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Or rolling pin drops.
Rolling pin drops.
I'm not going to acknowledge that. I won't.
No, but so, I mean, with LAX Coastal, I think it's such an incredible team. I think they are so aligned. And when you have, it's one of those efficiencies, like they got it down, they got the system down, and I'm in it for the ride. Like I have no desire to put on the train conductor hat, right, shovel the coal. Like I got enough right now, you know?
You're running your own train, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. You got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
And we're excited because coming up, we have the installation gala, which if you're interested in attending, tickets are still available, almost sold out. So get your tickets now.
Get your tickets.
Go available at the LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce website. You can purchase them now. Christina, you're welcome. So you're going to be there, yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because
it's gonna be fun.
I love the gala. It's such a fun time, and I know everybody's excited to get back together again. So this is going to be really cool. Yeah. So now we're coming up on the dangerous part of our show. Buckle up, kids.
Okay, there you go. Caitlin, drum roll, please. Power up with that. All right, Caitlin, welcome to the Binge Live Lightning Round. You will have 3 seconds to answer the following questions. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. What would the name of your band be?
Rock It Out.
Love it. What is your spirit animal?
Ooh, tiger.
Tiger. Love it. Love it. Okay. If you had a personal soundtrack that played every time you walked into a room, what would you like it to be?
Horrible with song names. It has to be something by Coldplay. They just get me all amped up.
Okay. Coldplay fan.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite place to get baked goods?
Oh, there's too many. Republic, Proof, Flowering, my girlfriend Laura. There's too many. And Noah's Bagels. Like, come on. Doesn't have to be a Danish. Like, bagel me up, you know? Okay, sorry.
Okay, tell us, what is the coolest place that you have traveled to?
Oh, Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore. Yeah, all. Get out.
We're gonna hook up with you to get some travel recommendations later. What is one skill that if you could immediately pick it up, what would you like to pick up?
Ooh, foreign language. Speak a foreign language. 1000%. Multiple languages. If I could.
Would you rather live in a tiny house or in a tree house?
Tiny. Tree gets tiring. Sometimes, you know, your legs are not in the mood to climb.
Put an elevator in.
And tell us a fun fact about yourself.
Oh, I'm half Chinese and half French. And my great grandpa was the founder of LA Chinatown.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that cool?
That's
really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one is finish this sentence. When I dance, I look like blank.
A wet noodle. A cooked noodle.
I love it. Great job, Caitlin. Round of applause.
So you dance like Axl Rose.
A little with I'm less flexible. So it's like like an al dente noodle. You know what I mean?
Like the car wash.
It's still stiff.
Yeah.
She's like the blow up doll at the car wash.
Yeah, the car wash.
Okay. Your wedding must have been very interesting. Is there video online where we can see your first dance?
I love it. You've been so many places too. That's amazing.
Love traveling. I can't wait to start doing it again. Yeah.
Do you speak French?
I don't speak French, and I only can order dim sum in Chinese.
You're good then.
That's a very good start.
Yeah.
That's really cool that your grandfather, he founded Chinatown in LA Chinatown.
So the second Chinatown, so to speak, because the first Chinatown is where Union Station is. So then in the 1920s, they got the boot from the city, and he was born in 1899 in LA. And so he was the first Asian American to graduate engineering at USC, the first Asian American engineer to work at DWP. So he already had those connections, spoke Cantonese, spoke English. And so he found, and sorry, there's kind of history. It was during the Chinese Exclusion Act that they wouldn't sell property to Chinese at the time in the 30s. And so he connected with a guy that owned a storage yard, which is where Central Plaza is today. As soon as you exit Hill Street, it's the one with all the banners. So that was the first he got with all of the old Chinatown property owners and got them all a piece of land for, I think it was like 25 cents a square foot or something crazy, right? And it was the first solely Chinese owned property, commercial property in the United States.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
That's awesome.
It's so cool.
What a cool story.
Yeah. So I'm very much connected. I grew up with my Chinese family here in LA. Everyone's here. And I'm very much connected with my Chinese side. I'm on the board of the Chinese Historical Society. Like I'm all about, you know, kind of bringing back the luster of Chinatown and my history and his legacy. So there was a project that we did. My family owns just one little building in Chinatown, but there was a project that I think he helped out somehow from above, but I got connected with the Huntington Library and the LA Library. They did their first exhibit about their Chinese American history and artifacts that they have. And so there was a vacant lot next door to our building. And I thought, like, let's just cover it up with a banner or a vinyl or something like construction does. And so we actually have an installation in Chinatown, and it shows the history of Chinatown and pictures and interviews. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. This is even better than I was anticipating. Like this.
Wow. Thanks, Joel.
I mean, you know, I didn't
We
have
have another field trip now that we need to go on. We keep adding field trips to our list.
I think we should maybe incorporate that into Leadership Academy about how I'm just saying. Christina just went, no. I know she's back there going, no, we have
to go, and Caitlin has to be our host.
I would love it.
Tour guide.
I would love it. I mean, you can't see it in my office. I have all these really cool pictures. Like, I don't know if you could see. Hold on. Let me change my background. This is him. I'm like, that's him with at his store in Chinatown.
Wow.
And so just really sweet things, you know, like I'm very much, you can't see it, it's blurred out, but that's like my Chinese name on a banner. Like I love the history, and I love how much they kind of persevered and kind of got through things. And so pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay, that's
awesome.
Yeah.
See, this is what the best part of this whole show is that we don't know people, and we haven't been able to speak to people in a very long time, obviously. So these experiences are awesome because we just get a chance to really dive in, and you just don't know the stories you're going to get. Like, this is not a conversation that normally comes up. No.
I'm more than just second place.
And she made it full circle. I appreciate it. Well, like I'm saying, we're coming up. We could probably talk forever, but we don't want to keep you. We know you do have to work. So if people are interested in the Make Good Company, they want to learn more, what's the best way to do so?
MakeGoodCompany.com.
That was easy.
And I'm renovating the website. So give it a little bit. Right now, it's me. I built the website, which I don't build websites. That was 3 years ago. I'm going to renovate the website, but you can still contact me. Old and new.
Awesome. Old and new. Oh, thank you so much for talking to us. This has been really
fun. For having me.
And we're excited to meet you in real life.
Yes.
Let's go to Chinatown. Let's eat.
Well, it's going to be in a couple weeks. We're going to meet in real life. So This is so exciting. Again, everybody, don't forget the installation gala is coming. Support the chamber. Get your tickets. Have fun. It's almost
line up. Yes, line them up.
Well, Caitlin, seriously, thank you so much for joining. Meredith, as always, you know I love seeing you whenever I can. So this is fantastic. I think we're good.
Have a good rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Get out in the sunshine.
Yay.
And every time I get in a line now, I'm going to think about you.
Good queuing.
And if it's a bad line, we're going to be like, she better not have done this.
We're going to recommend you if it's
Tell
bad.
me where to go and I'll just fix it. I won't ask for it. I'll just do it. Yeah.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.